Okay.
It does.
Hey, besties.
Welcome
Who
back,
is out there?
friends.
Oh, I know. I love that part of it. I love you have that opening. You should have written us a jingle because I'm telling you, the Glue Book Saturday jingle is like my favorite. It's like, I don't know if you watch Meg at Chasing Retro, but every time I hear her opening music, it's like makes me happy. So
I
your jingle makes me so happy.
that jingle makes me so happy, number one. But number two, do you know how many times I get that jingle stuck in my head? Oh, hang on one second. I have to mute. Oh no.
Hey, Cheryl Stevens.
Oh, look at that. Cheryl's here. Yay.
Hey, girl.
My husband is also here. He's Randy. He is
Hey, Randy.
he's going to be our moderator to
Oh, that's all. Oh my God, that's like big time. YouTubers have moderators. That's like
he is
Mr. Beast level, right?
I am nowhere near Mr. Beast level.
Come on, we can pretend.
The half-ass beast. That should be that's my next channel. I'll do that later.
That'll be your backup account.
That's my backup. Yeah. Yeah. This crafting thing doesn't work out. That's where I'm headed. Half-ass beasting. Oh, this is great.
This
All
is
right,
awesome. So now tell me what time it is in your world. Oh, Marcy. Hi, Marcy.
Marcy's here. I'm so excited. Marcy is like so helpful. She'll watch my videos and like in my videos, I'm like, wait, what was I talking about? I was like, I don't remember. And then Marcy will comment and be like, you were talking about blah, blah, blah. And so now I say in my videos,
Awesome.
I'm like, oh, I need Marcy. I just need to like FaceTime with Marcy while I'm doing my videos so that she can tell me what I was talking about.
She's your scripter.
Yes, she needs to be my producer.
Yes.
She can help.
There you go. Marcy, the producer. There's your YouTube channel, Marcy. There
we
you go.
There we go. You asked me what time. So it's 8:30 in the morning for me.
Bright and early. 10:30
Bright
from
and early.
10:30 in Louisiana. It's a Zydeco Saturday for me. I was already listening, so I'm pumped up and ready to roll.
Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome. So, all right. So there's 4 people. We'll give it a couple more minutes. I feel like we're in a, Marcy says I'm famous. I feel like we're in a Zoom meeting, where like you get there and you're like, oh, let's give people a few minutes to arrive.
I know, I don't know about you, but the professors around here at the university, I think they have like a 7-minute grace. So if the professor doesn't show up for class within the first 7 minutes, then the class gets to go and it's an excused absence.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I know.
Nice.
I know.
I wish we had that rule at work. That would be great. I would have way less meetings. But
why do you ask, Cheryl, if we're on our phones? Is it different?
It's because it's
the orientation.
The orientation. Yeah. So for YouTube together going live, you have to be oriented vertically. You can't do horizontal. But I will say that Carrie says that I need to get StreamYard so that we can go horizontal. So that's my hot tip from the veteran live streamer.
From the paper monkey. Watch, she'll do it. She'll be like, that's not true. We'll find out it's not true. What got us here? Do you remember? Because it's been so long ago. We're very busy people, if y'all didn't know. Oh my gosh, my best friend is in the house. Angela,
Oh
the
my
traveling crafter.
Hello, Angela. That's awesome.
Angela, what kind of bundles are you putting together? Tell us.
Oh, yeah. I like a good bundle.
Oh, see, Cheryl says StreamYard would make us both bigger. I promise
y'all the next time I do this, I'll do it StreamYard, and then Marcy can say that I'm famous. Because then I'll be like a grown-up YouTuber at that point.
Hey, Angela, I don't know if you checked your Instagram, but I got my eye on those vintage greeting cards. So check your Instagram. I want one of those. I don't think I
Uh-oh.
did it right though. Surprise! Shocker! Shocker!
Ah. All right. So what we're gonna do today is I have my big simpy. That's what I call it. It's my simplicity book here. And what we're going to do is I'm going to find small bodies to put in my room's glue book because everybody keeps commenting on my glue book page videos and they're like,
Oh
you need to put a
yes.
paper doll in, you need to put a paper doll in. And there's been so many times where I'm working on it and I'm like, I need a paper doll here. So I'm going to look for small bodies.
Okay.
Um, so that's what I'm going to do. But I'm also going to help you, Carrie, because you are going to be making paper dolls for the first time, right?
Yes, I've never done this. Never, ever,
So,
ever.
right. So, what we're going to do is Carrie is going to be asking me a bunch of questions about how to pick bodies, how to pick heads, what about this, what about that? And I will be helping Carrie while also pulling the small bodies for my dolls. And then if we have enough time, maybe we can actually well Carrie will probably have time to make a doll, but maybe we'll both make a doll. What do you think?
Yes, and so what I did was when she told me, like it had to be a bigger head. I don't have any fashion magazines. Like I don't get magazines unless somebody donates them to me or I pick them up from the libraries. And I haven't been to the library in a long time. But I had these Life magazines that are vintage, and you guys know they're huge. So I said, let me grab it, and I did. So I pulled a few images from the Life magazine. So they're pretty big. And so I guess my first question is, Laura,
Hmm.
how would you cut this out? Do you do just the head? How do you determine that? Like when you
Well,
see this, what do you see?
what I do is like if I were to take her, I'm going to cut her whole body out unless I already have a head for her.
Oh,
So
gotcha.
but this lady, so we did a little behind the scenes magic of TV. This lady, I like her for her head and I kind of like that arm that has the coffee. So
Oh,
I would cut her whole body out right now.
Darcy's here. Carla's here. Hey, Carla. Hey, Darcy. Y'all are seeing it live. First time
That's right.
cutting out.
What a good sport you are. This is so awesome. I think it's really gonna help people though. I
I
really
did
do.
too. Well,
Yeah.
I just think because y'all know I have no shame in my game. Y'all have known that I've been new to this whole world for a long time, and this is something. Especially, I've never done this. So, and I know Angela does the what she calls her chroma collage, which is a lot like what you're talking about, Laura. And I just love watching you guys do it. I do. I really do. I just have never done it. So it's going to be like it's just another form of art whether I gravitate to it or not. It's just fun, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's just so like it makes me giggle, which is why I do it because it's
Mhm.
just so, it's just so ridiculous. Like my plan is I'm going to cut this fairy lady out, but I'm going to cover up her head, I think.
Okay, so you're going to modify her
Yeah.
face.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm going to put a whole different head on her. So like I have so a subscriber sent me all of these magazine pages to use. And so I was like, "Oh, you know what? Let me use some of those because, you
Oh,
want to put a
cool.
much bigger head on them because then the proportions are what makes it so silly that you're
Right.
just like, this is ridiculous." And so
Right.
my rule has always been if it makes you giggle, do it. Like period. Like that's
Oh,
it.
okay.
I mean, I try to I tell people I'm like, you want at least 2 times the height of the head that's currently on there, like at least. Cuz
Uh-huh.
sometimes our brain will say, "Oh, this needs to look right." And so I'm like, "No, no, you need to keep going, push it until it makes you giggle."
Yeah,
And if it
because
makes
I've
you
seen you
giggle,
put
glue it.
glasses. I've seen you modify like eyes. Like you'll take somebody else's eyes and put them on their
Yeah.
face.
Yeah. 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 You just do like whatever makes you giggle. I mean, that's just I mean, that's all I do. I'm like, what's gonna make me, I was telling you earlier that, I was watching Tara Jacobson over at Artsy Fartsy Life, and she took this like billionaire CEO's head
Mhm.
and put it on this like wafy, supermodel. And I like laughed
Mhm.
out loud. Like I was just like belly laughing because it was just so ridiculous. But then, and then she like gives him these bigger, prettier eyes and stuff. And it was just hilarious, like the whole thing. And I watched that video twice. It made me laugh so
Oh,
much
wow.
because it was just so ridiculous looking that I loved every minute of it. And so that's what I do. I just find now sometimes I make dolls that are, they're not ridiculous looking, right? They don't really make me giggle, but they're out of proportion just enough to be interesting because it makes your brain go, something's off, but not off,
Yeah,
right?
because the glue book session you did, the video you did this week, it was beautiful. Like the
Oh yeah.
background was so beautiful, and the image, the female image you used, it was like lovely.
Yeah.
Good morning,
That was
Stephanie.
Hi Stephanie and Belinda. Let me find that.
Hey, Belinda. Hey,
Oh, here it is.
Belinda.
In case y'all didn't see, because I posted
Yeah,
this.
show them. It's so pretty.
Well, I doodled it is the fun
Okay,
part.
okay.
Which I mean, I don't think my doodles are all that great still, but that's fine. I'm still working on it. I don't mind. I don't mind showing my doodles to the whole internet.
It's just us.
Fine.
It's just us.
It's just us. It's
Yeah.
just it's just my closest friends on the public internet. No
See
big
how
deal.
lovely she is? Like,
Yeah. Right? Like, I mean, she's not I mean, I didn't do anything to her other than add these glasses that are just a touch bigger, right? Like
mhm.
she is the actual whole ad. And then I tore up this piece of paper and I did the background.
Now
But
the purse was there already, or you added
yep.
that?
No, the purse was there. This was
Okay.
a Mew Mew, I guess is how you pronounce it. I don't know. I know
Oh,
nothing about fashion. I need y'all to
oh
understand I
yeah. I
know
don't know. I don't know that.
nothing. I get the fashion magazines. I'm not fashionable in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, no.
Uh, so yeah, but I just colored it. Um, and then I what I try to do is I try to make them look kind of like a comic book character.
Okay.
That's kind of what I go for because I feel like that for whatever reason that style makes sense to me, I
Okay.
guess.
Gotcha.
So, and I know like Tara Jacobson, she makes them kind of like really wild and like fantastical and kind of I don't want to say cartoony, but I don't know what other way to put it, right? Like they're really cool. I love them. But my brain can't do that. It just can't. I have like she does stuff and I'm like, how does she see that?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So,
That's always so amazing to me, just in the junk journal world, because I know, um like, I'll just use Angela and Carla since they're here. I like, I'll look at their flip throughs and I'll be like, how did they how did they see that? Exactly what you just said. How did they see that in their head and know that that would look good on a page? But I
right.
think they just do it. I
Well,
really do.
yeah, you just have to keep doing it. Like it was so funny. When I first started doing this, I went to a thrift store and I bought a bunch of magazines and I got some magazine subscriptions. And it
Mhm.
was so funny because I would watch people do harvests and then I would flip through my magazines and I'd be like, well, there's nothing in this magazine. This magazine's garbage. But now I'll go back through those same magazines and I'm like, this magazine's full of stuff because now I've exercised that part of my brain to where I can
Right.
see these things, which is like when you were flipping through your magazine, I was like, stop here, stop here, stop here.
Yeah. Because you
So,
see it instantly now.
yeah. Yep. Yep.
Oh,
Oh,
look
look.
at this body.
Oh, that's great. Oh, Beth is here. Hi, Beth.
And the sarcastic one is working overtime. I'm
Yeah,
sorry, but thank you. Is that Beth?
that's Beth. Yep.
Okay. Hey,
Yep.
Beth.
I have a package I need to send to Beth, and then I realized they just raised postage rates today, and
Oh,
I meant to mail it yesterday, and I got distracted, and I was like, well, of course I get distracted before I mail a package, and then they raised the rates on me. I did I say hi to Darcy and Carla? I'm not sure that it did, but I did make Darcy a moderator, so I saw her come in.
Oh, good.
So now
Hi,
there's 2
Belinda.
moderators.
Yeah, I'm just cutting stuff up over here now that you're saying that. I'm just cutting stuff up just to see what I can piece together.
Well, I wonder, so we we found that those canisters of tea,
Yes, I
right?
have them.
So so I wonder if we could put the canister of tea as that lady's body. You would
Like
have to
the
cut so you would have to cut around her arms because you want to keep her arms and you want to keep her neck.
okay. So you would just like cut the canisters of tea apart,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Yeah, and cut those apart. You want the big one, but I mean, I would save the little one personally, but you
Right.
obviously can do whatever you want. Um, but yeah, yep,
And then like would you cut around her hand here so you can make the body like this?
yes,
Or would you
yeah.
come
I would want it.
down?
So I would cut. I would go up. I would go up her arm. Yep. You want to keep her arms and her shoulders intact,
Okay.
but they need to be movable because you want to slide that tea jar under.
Right.
You see what
Let's
I'm
see,
saying?
like maybe something like this.
Yeah, yeah, I would probably cut that arm. So you may have to trim her body around the arms a little, um, so that it doesn't show because the T thing is smaller than her body, right? But let's cut her arms first before you
Okay.
trim her body.
All
And
right.
then we want to fit in and see, do we need to trim anything and how do we need to trim it? But keep her like her neck and her shoulders, don't cut into that yet.
Okay, so cut the other arm here.
Yep.
Okay.
I would go right all the way up into her. Actually, I would probably go all the way up to under the.
Under the coffee?
Yeah, I think so. Yep. I'm trying to look at you on my laptop, and it's
I
actually very
know,
small.
I
And maybe
know.
I need to put my bifocals on because I can't see.
Let's see. I feel so special. I'm getting a private art lesson. See, that doesn't when I cut under this arm or this arm out,
Yep.
that didn't really do anything because see what I'm saying?
Okay.
This
Here's what. Okay. So here's what I would do. I would cut under her necklace. So leave her necklace attached to her neck,
okay.
and y'all are gonna. This is like we're.
That's
I mean, I could be wrong. I've done this before where I
okay.
cut something and I'm like, that doesn't work. But you can always tape it back on the back side with a little bit of scotch tape. It's fine.
Or I could use one of these other dozen images that I have. Uh Here's okay, so cut it all the way or leave this part attached.
Yeah, I would leave that part attached for now. Because
Okay,
we may end up like cutting her whole body out and then cutting her arms off to reposition them so that they look like all that looks like it should fit.
I gotcha.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So we may need to cut her arm off up to her shoulder and then remove that part of her body.
This right here,
No,
this
on the other.
arm or this one.
Well, we're going to probably have to do both, but definitely that one. So you see where she's got like a strap, I guess, for
Yes.
her
Mm-hmm.
sleeve? Cut
Yep.
that.
Okay.
No, on the other side. Cut that whole arm off.
This one, where
No,
the
her
this
yeah,
one
no. Yeah, that one, but cut her whole arm off
at the strap.
at the strap. Yep. So that you keep her shoulder attached to her arm. Yep.
Okay. All right.
Hey Janet. Hey Lisa.
You want me to trim off those pieces of her body that's left? Hey, Janet. Good
Okay, Janet
morning.
said
Good morning, Lisa.
the first thing she heard is cut her body out. Okay, so
Oh,
here's what
it's
I
a
would do.
great weekend when you're cutting bodies, man.
That's right. We're harvesting body parts. So here's what I would do. I would go ahead and cut the rest of her necklace. So you remember earlier you were like, should I leave her necklace
Mm-hmm.
or leave her attached? Go ahead and cut that necklace, so that what all you have is her head, her neck, her necklace, and then that arm holding the cup of coffee. So don't cut the cup of coffee.
Like that?
Yep, like that. Yes. Oh, I'm loving this. I'm so excited about it.
Okay. So we got, oh, I see. I can kind of see the vision. I can
Yeah.
kind of actually see. Okay. You know, guys, thank y'all so much for jumping in on this live.
Oh, this is great.
Can we
Oh, I love it. Oh, I would
but she
flip.
but that's not feet. You know?
Mm-mm.
That's not feet like. I need to find something that's foot
Yeah, that
like.
key would make a good body. I
Yeah,
probably wouldn't. I
the
probably
whole
wouldn't have the
key.
key. Yeah.
Right. Let me see if I can find something. Look at this coupon in that. Do you see that 7-cent Dream Whip? Isn't that awesome?
Oh
I'm
my
gonna get
gosh. I
I'm gonna
love
get
the,
some.
I keep thinking I want to do a junk journal that is like old coupons and food packaging.
Oh, wouldn't that be
Wouldn't
fabulous?
that be neat?
I
Like,
bet I bet somebody in this live has done one probably. I
I
bet you.
mean, right? Yeah.
Look at these license plates on this. See, I'm gonna get distracted. I'm telling you. Let's see.
Okay, but you see my vision that I have for what you're doing, right?
I do. But you know
Okay.
what would be good feet? Just feet would be the little license plates. Just
Oh
the
yeah,
feet,
you
not
could.
the
Yep.
legs.
Yep, you could. Absolutely.
Let me see. Let me see. I kind of do. I kind of do.
It starts coming to you, right? Where you're
It
like,
kind of does. It
"Oh,
actually kind of does.
yeah. Yeah. See, y'all can do this." People leave me comments all the time and they're like, "I think I can do this." I'm like, "You can. You just do it." Like you just do it. And even if it's bad, here's what I was told by an actual artist. Like he was incredibly talented. He was a comic book artist. He like was in the middle of writing a graphic novel and illustrating it, and it was like wacky to go into his apartment. He would have all of his hand drawn panels hanging all around his apartment. But he
Uh-huh.
told me, he said, you've got 10,000 bad pieces of art per one good piece. And so we would sit down and draw together on Sunday afternoons. And I'd be like, oh, this sucks. And he would say, it's fine. It's just one of your 10,000. Draw another one. And
Oh
like,
wow.
and so it just was like, it kind of gives you that freedom of if you make one bad piece of art, you're like, oh, yeah, because I got to do 10,000. So
Right.
it's fine, right? And it's
Right.
not really
Exactly.
10,000. I mean, I've had
Right.
weeks where
Right.
I'm like, "Hey, I made 2 good pieces of art this week."
Yeah. Yeah. How cool is that? Because it's really just perspective, right? And it's your perspective. I think that, listen, I think that that's the hardest, or that was the hardest thing for me to understand, is it was about my perspective.
Yeah,
I had to let go of that whole, and I still do it. I do still do it occasionally, but I had to let go of that whole thing of, but what if they don't like it?
right.
But but it's not going to look like Angela's. It's not going to look like Carla's. And I still find myself doing that at times, but not nearly as much as I used to. Not nearly as much.
Right. Well, I think in a lot of times, we see things and then we see it in our mind's eye of what we're going to create with it, and then it doesn't end up being that specific thing, and so we think it's terrible.
Yes.
But we have to remember that our experience isn't other people's experience.
Correct.
They're experiencing it for the first time when you show it to them. They
Right.
have no idea what was in your mind's eye. And so what they're seeing is a whole new piece of artwork. And then they're like, "Oh my gosh, this is the best thing I've ever seen." And you're like, "This is not at all what I wanted it to be. It's terrible."
Right.
But they don't have that metric that you have in your brain. And so we have
Right.
to like, which is why I just release my stuff. Like I'll put it on Instagram and be like, "I don't know, this may suck." But,
Mhm.
and maybe it does. And I mean, who cares?
Right.
It it doesn't matter if I put bad art on the internet. Nobody's going to come and get me.
Right.
So, you know, and even if they did, maybe that would be a nice adventure. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows what would happen? Look at all these little bodies I'm finding. I'm so excited.
I guess these legs are too small, but I was kind of looking at those. But I want something, like you said,
Oh, you
ridiculous.
know what? Go into the skirts. So I just saw. So
Oh,
look, let
some
me show
skirt.
you in my catalog here.
Oh, in your, oh, yeah, yeah,
So I
yeah.
just a minute ago I was flipping through
Uh-huh.
and I was like, "Oh, these skirts are adorable." And I mean, you would have to find other legs, but that's fine. I mean, here's a skirt with legs, but of course I can't find it now that I want it.
I have the perfect thing right here. Wait till y'all see this.
Where
Wait.
is it?
Hold
That's
on.
all sportswear. They had a whole section. I know. Did I dream that? Did that not actually happen? Let's see. Maybe it's in the front. Where are they? Oh my gosh. Well, I'm just going to be over here flipping through trying to find this one page that I accidentally found 10 minutes ago of skirts. They had some like close
Only
up that
while
was
you're
just the
live.
skirts. Only on my live.
Yep. Only happens on a live. That's it.
Okay, weird. Maybe they were somewhere else, but there was a
Okay, how
place in
about
here where it was just
this?
close ups of skirts. What do you
How
have?
about this?
Oh my gosh.
It came off her little body. Isn't she cute?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I would even like maybe push them up under her a little bit more.
Okay, let me adjust.
And that's the other
There.
thing, you have to just like play around with it and like figure out where the proportion needs to be because I mean sometimes like I have let me see if I still have them. I may have already thrown them out because I've tried to use them so much. Okay, I haven't. So I have these legs. Look how long these legs are.
Those are cute. Oh
Like
my God.
they're
Look how
huge.
fun.
And I've tried them on so many people, and I realize if I'm gonna use them at all, I'm gonna have to like cut them off at the knees and like put her feet closer together because
That
they're
is.
so long. But they
Uh-huh.
would, but you can do that. You don't have to use them exactly how, like her waist is about here. You don't have to use
Right.
them like that. You manipulate it around and you make Franken people.
Franken people. I like it.
Okay. I don't know where the heck the skirts went. I just went through all the skirts. Maybe it was a whole different section. I don't know.
What's everybody doing today on
Yeah,
Saturday?
it's a
Hey,
good
Karen.
Saturday.
Good morning, Karen Bloom.
Oh, hi, Karen. Let's see. I got to catch up on the chat. Okay, is everybody doing like the thumbs up? There's 29 people here. We should have 29 thumbs up. That's free, y'all. The thumbs up are free. Like just, I hand them out. I like to. I'm like, here's a thumbs up. Here's a thumbs up. Even if I like watch the video and I'm like, I don't really want to watch this right now. I make sure to give a thumbs up to the person. Always give a thumbs up because they're free.
Oh, now I see so many legs in so many different ways. You
See?
guys have got to try this just one time. I'm
It
serious.
is.
This is fun. Now, this is, I don't,
It is fun.
yeah, this is fun because it does open up your mind's eye in a different way.
It really does. And then you just start, I look, I don't know, maybe this is a little woo-woo for everybody, but I think that doing this art, I see the world a little bit differently. And I feel like I've got like this little small, it's very small, but I have this little small ranch, right? And sometimes you just have to fix stuff. Like you can't, there's no like going to the store and you can buy a certain thing for this problem. And
Right,
I find that here, let me put it this way. I can MacGyver the crap out of a lot of things lately.
right.
And I feel like it's because I have exercised my brain to see utilization of things in a different light. Does that make
Okay.
sense?
Yes, it does. Absolutely. But I felt the same way about junk journaling. Like
Yep.
junk journaling has, and again, I know people think I'm so dramatic. I am not trying to be dramatic. I'm just telling y'all that it's just opened up my eyes in so many different aspects of what I do outside of junk journaling. Like it's not that big a deal.
Yeah.
Now, am I still the most wound type person on this live? Abso-freaking-lutely. I promise y'all.
Oh, I love those
But
legs.
oh, Carla, are you working on those sewing pattern journals? Please share those with us because now I'm going to have to copy you again. Because that's all I do. I copy people all the time.
Well, that's all art is. It's just
Well,
copying and making it your
I
own.
just
I
try to
love those
tell them.
legs. Those legs are
Aren't these
perfect.
the bit? These legs are very good. I like these legs a lot.
Those are super perfect.
Now, do you feel like I feel like I want to have either
Well, where's her other arm? We need her
I
other
know
arm.
I need something. Where did
Yeah,
I
we
put
need her
oh
other arm. You're gonna put her other arm back.
well, okay.
Now you gotta find it.
I've got to find it. Let me see.
We've lost an arm.
What let's do the tender leaves. Let's see. Hold on a minute. I think it might no, 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 no. Oh shoot, what did I do with the arm, people? Was anybody watching me? Did I throw her arm away? Oh my god! Not only did I make her limbless, I threw it away, I think. Let me see. It's somewhere.
I I have accidentally thrown away things, and then I'm digging through my recycling bin, and I got all these little pieces of paper. I'm like, where's that little tiny piece that I accidentally threw away?
Mm-hmm.
I'll keep the garbage piece and throw the thing I just cut out away. I do that a lot. Let's see. Carla says she copies people all the time too, but then she puts her own spin on things. Yeah,
Okay,
she
that's
can't
what
hurt you.
I'll
She's
call it.
armless.
Carla, when you see my video come out in about 6 months with sewing patterns, that's what I'm going to say. I saw Carla do it, but I put my own spin on it.
Okay, I'm gonna cut this lady's head off. I'm really glad I'm in the
Deal
company
with
of
the.
friends.
I know. I wonder if the algorithm hears that and they go, "What?"
Yeah. They're like, I'm not sure that this live is supposed to be happening.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure I know what I did with that.
Uh-oh. We need her arm. Is it under your paper?
Uh, let me just move this and see. No. And this is my glue book. It's not there. And I've moved everything else, I thought. But like you said, it's going to be in the middle. Watch, it's going to be somewhere buried in here.
Yep.
That's where it's going to be.
All right. So who here does the paper dolls? I've seen Darcy do them. I I did my little 3-part paper doll series, which is a playlist on my channel if y'all want to check it out. And there was actually a few channels who got inspired to do paper dolls, which I was just so excited about. I was like, look at me inspiring people. It's my favorite.
Uh, um, Carla, those journals that you did recently, those were glue books, weren't they? Is that what you called them? I'm trying to remember. I know, I don't know. Karen Bloom, do you do glue books? I can't remember if I've ever seen Karen Bloom doing one or Angela. I'm sure Angela has, though. I'm looking for another arm. I've given up on the arm, so I'm just looking for something else that can be an arm. I'm going to
Uh-oh.
find something.
Oh, I'm sorry you lost that arm. That arm was great.
That's okay. I'm going to find
I want to come and look on your desk with you. That's where I'm at.
we're gonna find something else that is even better. I'm telling you. Let's see.
Well, you can use a lot of things that are arms.
I'm just so glad that you guys showed up. It makes me so happy to know
It
that my friends are here this morning. It really
I know.
does. I am
Marcy
still
says keeping
working.
track of you two famous people is above my pay grade.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Listen.
I told Marcy I am not YouTube famous until I hit, I think it's 20K, but maybe it's not even 20K. Maybe it's 100K.
You think?
I don't know. I don't really want to be YouTube famous.
Mm-mm.
I'm okay not.
No, I'm okay. Listen, I just think about it like that. Like I am with like-minded people. That's how I think about it. I just think about it like we're true. These are y'all are my friends.
I know.
I
Yes.
just don't even I don't I mean, yes, it's nice to see the numbers go up because that's how we're geared, right?
Yes.
That's just the reality. You think, "Oh my god, I've got more people watching me. Oh my goodness, this is so cool." And it is cool. It really truly it is. It's cool, and for me it's very humbling to even think that somebody's going to pay attention to my, like when they asked me, a few people asked me about how, they kind of kept asking, how do you do your fabric ruffles, how do you do your clusters? And I thought, who the hell wants to watch me do I mean, what do I know? I put it in the sewing machine and I just mash the pedal. I don't know. But it was so that is very, it's awesome. It's awesome to know that people are interested in what I do, because when you start talking, because I really don't talk to, like, my people at work and stuff like that. They don't have a clue as to that I have my channel. But if I were to, they'd just look at you and go, "You do what?"
Yes. Yes. I
And
don't
some of them
know.
actually know that, like, I alter books, like, they know that part because
Yeah.
they've seen I have a little planner that I use, and I'll get, like, here it is. I'll get questions about it. They'll be like, "What is that?" And I'll be like, "Oh, it's my planner." And they're like, "Really?" Oh, and people are polite usually, especially at work. They'll be like, "Oh, that's really neat." And you're looking at them going, "Yeah, you don't think that. You really don't think that." But, whenever I get with my people here, it's different because you guys do get it. You really do.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. This lady, I'm just really excited about this lady here right now. I tell people that I do art, but that's as far as I go with it. I don't
Look at
tell them.
this
Sometimes they
face.
ask and I'll say, "Well, I do a little collage." But that's as good as it gets. What?
Isn't this face cool?
That is cool.
Randy, how are we doing? Randy's our moderator. If you guys jumped in a few minutes late, Randy is Laura's husband, and he's moderating for us.
And Darcy. Darcy's a
Oh,
moderator
Darcy
too.
is too. Okay, okay. Yes, you did say that. Darcy's moderating also.
Okay,
Please.
I have to show everybody this little doll that I am in the process of making. Can y'all see that? Here, let me hold it closer.
Look how cute.
But I'm gonna give her, so she had wings, and
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna give her wings again. So here's a wing that it's got some dog hair on it. Uh or horse hair. There's no telling. It's animal hair of some sort. Oh no, I need bigger wings. Never mind. I don't have any big wings around me right this second. But I'm gonna put some wings on her. And then I'll put her in a glue book and she'll be like a fairy godmother who's like, "What are you even doing with yourself?" Because that's what my fairy godmother would do. She would come in and be like, "What even are you doing? Are you trying to make my job harder? This is ridiculous."
uh-uh. Laura, remind everybody where you're at in the country again. I think everybody knows I'm in Louisiana, or they at least know I'm from the South. I
I
don't know
am
how, but
I am in Oregon, but I am from Georgia, which is why you have pulled out. I said something just a minute ago. I was like, "Oh, that's a little country," but you have pulled out my southern accent. So
that's right. That's right. And listen, I don't know about you, but I was I was talking to somebody the other day, and I was a little miffed about something. Let me just put it like that. I was a little miffed about something, and he looked at me and he said, That accent just gets more pronounced the more mad you get. Did you know that?
Somebody okay. So somebody asked me, they were like, they said, "I know you say you're from Georgia, but you don't have an accent." And I said, "Well, if I've had a little bit more beer than I probably should, or a couple of gin and tonics, or as my children know, if I'm real mad. If I'm real mad about something, it's
If
out."
I'm mad, yeah, y'all are gonna hear it if I'm mad. I'm still looking for a different arm, people. I'm gonna find something. I am gonna find something.
Oh,
But
Randy went to put a fly mask on Leon. Leon's home, y'all. He came home yesterday afternoon. I hauled him. I can't believe I can haul horses like that. I've never hauled a trailer in my life until I put horses in one. Like
oh,
like
Angela,
not even like a utility trailer with some, brush in the back or tree
right?
limbs, not even like a small U-Haul trailer. I've never hauled a trailer until I got horses, and then I hooked up a horse trailer and drove it around empty, and
So,
then I was like,
Leon,
"All right."
tell us the names of your horses.
Oh, so there's Leon. He's the black and white one that is in a lot of my photos online because he's my heart horse, as they call it. He's a Tennessee Walker. I bought him when he was 2, so he's a little baby. I've been raising him. He's a little frisky, I guess. Uh, and then I've got 2 old ladies, and I call them my old ladies, and I love them dearly. She's white, but it's called gray in the horse world. But it is a white color to our eyeballs. And her name is Ruby, and she is an Arabian, and she has a huge attitude, which is why she and I get along because we are old ladies with attitudes. And then I just recently, this last year, we bought my husband a horse. She's black. She is also a Tennessee Walker. She's actually a long distance cousin to Leon. They share like a great 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 grandfather or something. Um, but her name is Bitsy, and
Oh, cool.
she's 1 year older. She's 18, and Ruby is 17. So
How
I've
long do
got
horses like that live? How long do they typically live?
well, they about 35. They can live up to 40.
Okay. All right.
So I had a lady once who saw Ruby and said, "Oh, I had an Arab like that. She lived to be 40." And I thought, "Oh, that's too long. I love
Yeah.
Ruby, but that's a little long." Uh,
Well, do they
so
stay in good health that long?
there are horses that compete at 27. Like
Okay.
that's
Okay.
you can probably my trainer, his wife has one of her horses that she's had forever, and I think she said she was like 32 or 33, and she
Mhm.
was still riding that horse, but they're old, so
Mhm.
you don't ride them often, and you don't ride them hard at all.
Right.
Yeah.
Angela has 2 questions. So, Angela, you think this flower she asked if I had a leaf to put as a hand for the
Oh.
arm. So, I'm using this Timex, I guess, or just watch, and then that's one option. But her Angela's other question is she wants to know if you show horses,
I
Laura.
do not show. So here's what I tell people, because somebody at work asked me, they said, "Do you make money from your horses?" And I almost hyperventilated laughing. I said, "No, I hemorrhage money
Yeah.
for my
Yeah.
horses, but I don't show them." What I like to tell people is that I have Walmart horses, because some horses go for $1 million, but it's very easy to find a horse that's like 10, 12, $15,000. I don't buy those horses.
Okay.
I I have horses because 12-year-old me always wanted horses,
Mhm.
and 42-year-old me realized that I could now get horses if I wanted, but I had to do it on the cheap. So I just have trail horses. We just go out. We live right next to the national forest, so we just go out and go trail riding. And it's just
Now,
super. We don't like race them. We don't go fast. Like,
yeah.
they live a very bougie life, let me say.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this. Do you show any of the pictures of your trails or anything on Instagram? Because I love that part of seeing, because I know like Celeste will show her farm and her garden and stuff like that. I love to see that stuff. I do.
I that's a great question. Let me just ask the people that are here this morning that have decided to spend their Saturday morning with us. Would you like on my half-ass crafter Instagram, if you follow me, if you don't, you should maybe if you want. Would you like to see more like personal stuff? Because I've posted a few personal things, but then I'm like, but are people like, I don't want to see that. I just want to see the, whatever art you're making, or
Yeah.
do you want to see more of my? I've started calling it half-ass acres. That's my
Ah,
that's
that's cool.
That's my ranch name. So, yeah, y'all tell me, would you like to see more personal, ridiculousness? And sometimes at the end of my videos, and sometimes I do it quietly because I don't I'll record a video, but then I'll go and like take video of the horses, and then it's like, 30 seconds. I'll slap it on the end of an art video. And I
Hmm.
don't say it in the art video because when I recorded the art video, I hadn't recorded the horse video yet. So I
Oh,
didn't know.
gotcha. Yeah,
So
yeah.
there's always, y'all, when you get towards the end of my videos, if you're like, why is there still some time on here? Just hang out because there's
Mm.
probably going to be a dog video or a horse video. And I did get a GoPro this year to stick it to my riding helmet. So when I take my horses out, I can take video of me on the trail. I mean, it's not going to be that entertaining. It'll be the back of a horse's head and some trails, but I mean, I like watching it, but also,
Well,
I'm
it's
a
a
horse.
resounding yes. I think everybody wants to see
Oh,
it. Yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right. Well, Cheryl says occasionally on YouTube. Well, Cheryl, if you're watching a video and you get towards the end and there's time on there, there's probably a little video on the end. And when I like to put them on there. I think I like it. I know that Birdie, the recycled hippie chick, I know that
Oh, yeah,
um
yeah, yeah. I
she
watch
does
her.
that. Yeah, and I like to watch that. I'm always like, "Oh, this is really nice." So,
Mm.
yeah, I'll still keep adding them to the videos. Absolutely.
Angela said she did. I guess she did show horses, and she misses having them, but she's pretty sure that her HOA would frown upon that if she got any now.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, usually
probably.
HOAs are not that agreeable.
Yeah,
Not
they
really.
don't sometimes they don't. So what's funny is across the street from me is a neighborhood where the lots there are like, 10 to 20 acres.
Uh
And
huh.
they have an HOA and they only allow you like two horses or something. There's like a whole, and they're like, no cattle, no goats, no chickens. And I'm
Oh,
like, oh, so it's like a rural HOA. And I'm
wow.
not sure. I don't think I would want to buy 20 acres and then have somebody tell me what I can and can't do with
Yeah,
it.
no, that would not. No, no, no. Mm-mm, no.
It's not that's not going to work with me. Sorry. Sorry, Charlie. Your southern accent is cracking me up. Whose, Beth? My southern accent or Carrie's? Because Carrie's is beautiful.
Oh, yeah. I think if you asked Dave, Angela's husband, he may have a different idea about my southern accent
Uh-oh.
because he gets me on full blast some mornings that he's probably not prepared for. Angela had me in the background. What do you think about this broken arm? What do we think about that versus the tiny Timex and the flower as the hand?
Oh,
Is
that's good.
this is that too out of proportion, or should we leave the
It's,
broken arm?
I mean, it's pretty funny.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
I would.
what we're
Let's
going
see.
for.
Can you move your little bottle or canister of tea up a little under her necklace a bit more?
I can.
And then you would want to trim around the canister so that it looks like it fits,
I
that
gotcha.
it's
Okay.
her body, if that makes sense.
Yes.
This is very difficult to craft and also watch you
And
at the same
teach.
time.
Yeah. I'm
It's
sure. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I always had because I'm doing this this 27,000 part series on my summer journals, and and I always said it's it's hard to do process videos. When I see people, I'm telling you, like Angela, I'm trying to think, even Celeste at Woodland Inspired, when she does her Sizzix, tutorials and things like that, her die cuts. And I just see all these people who are very comfortable sitting and they're cutting and they're gluing and they're chatting. And I'm
Yep.
thinking to myself, oh yeah, that's hard for me.
Yeah.
Like it takes a level. For me, I have this level of concentration that I need that does not I I can't talk, chat, and all that at the same time as I'm trying to do the glue and the cutting and all that business.
Yeah, no, me either. I am absolutely. I'm with you. There's times where like I'm trying to show people what to do. What's really hard is when I'm doing a flip for the paper dolls. My paper doll
Uh-huh.
videos literally take me 3 to 4 days to make like a
Okay.
40-minute video
Does it
because
really?
yeah, because I'm sitting there and I'll be doing like a flip through is sometimes that's like I'll do an hour and then I have to walk away and give my brain
Uh-huh.
a break and then I come back to it.
Uh-huh.
And sometimes it's just and I can't talk and flip through at the same time because I can't like I just don't have I don't know, my brain doesn't work that way. And I don't know. And so, man, my paper doll videos take me forever. It's kind of embarrassing to admit how long it might take me. Also, there's like drying time because you can't paint over things when
Oh,
they're
that's true,
wet
huh?
with glue and
Yeah.
all of that. So, all right, let's see. Cheryl doesn't like people telling her what to do, period. Me either, Cheryl. Not at all. Beth says it's my accent. I know. I'm sorry. This is the problem. If I get around Southern people, they're my people. And here we are. Oh my gosh,
Oh,
Angela.
and see, I just read her comment too. I know, poor Dave. I'm telling you. I'm so glad you got the headphones. Look.
Oh, that's hilarious. Okay, I want to show a little trick here.
Okay.
So I am going to cut this arm, right? And this is really small. So I apologize that y'all are getting this tutorial with this small. I should be doing it like probably with this piece. But I want to show you a hint. You don't have to use an X-Acto to tear out or to cut out these little small bits.
Mhm.
You're going to glue it all down. So if you just cut, you can cut right through her arm because you're going to glue her back together. And if you cut along the line where her arm line is, when you glue it down, no one will know. So let me show you on a bigger piece. So you see these blue parts here?
Mhm.
So, you would cut all of this out, right? And then you've
Mhm.
got these blue parts. Well, what I would actually do is I would cut on this line here and then just cut that blue part out. And then when I glue it together, I just make sure I line those two back up.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay.
That way you
Cool.
don't have to be sitting there, because I've done it with a little X-Acto and it sometimes I don't cut it right, I cut it wrong, and then I've got like too big of a piece out of it. There's
Mhm.
I mean, I'm the half-ass crafter for a reason. Let's be fair.
I don't the preciseness of things like that. I don't like doing it because it just now I will tell you, I don't mind fussy cutting a little bit. Like I don't like I'm not gonna sit and fussy cut for hours. That's just not gonna be my thing. But if I like to fussy cut for a little while because I love the illustration. But
Yeah.
after about 30 minutes, I'm like, okay, I'm good.
Well,
I'm
that's
good.
why I don't like so a lot of people who do paper dolls, they'll go and do a harvest and they will, harvest a bunch of heads and a bunch of bodies and legs and
Hmm.
arms and I can't do that. Like I'm going to harvest whatever I'm going to use immediately.
Yeah.
I'm not going to I can't. I just can't. And we're going to cut this lady's head right off. I'm sorry. It's fine. Cuz I got a neck on this other lady that I'm going to put in here. And I probably need to catch up on the chat, but I
Now,
can't cuz
how
I'm
much
focused.
time do you spend, do you think, on your YouTube channel in a week? Do you ever, is it like a routine thing for you, or is it just whenever, or
I
it,
try to. That's a great question. I'd be curious. I want to know. You have to answer it too
Okay.
after I
Mhm.
answer it. But
Mhm.
I so I definitely spend about an hour per video,
Mhm.
unless it's like a Happy Mail video or a haul video. And so I spend about an hour making like a Glue Book Saturday video. I'll spend roughly an hour making it, and then I spend maybe I don't know, 10 to 20 minutes editing it.
Okay.
Um, and I always, even if I'm like feeling really, worn out or whatever, I will still always try to do a Glue Book Saturday video.
Mhm.
And then the art videos, what I've started doing, so it used to be that I was just like a bull in the china shop and I'd just be like, hey, we're going to try to do this thing. And then it would all mess up and, whatever.
Mhm.
What I've started doing is I've started trying to make things work, right? Like experimenting before I do the video.
Oh, I
I mean,
got you.
I'm still going to mess it up on the video, I know, but maybe I'll at least have some guardrails to help folks through.
Right.
So, I mean, so do we include that cuz that's also just kind of me playing, but I mean, I would say per video I spend about an hour recording the video. I try not to go over an hour. If I
Mhm.
go over an hour, then I'm going to be editing that thing for at least 2 hours.
Mhm. Mhm.
So, the editing I think takes longer than making the video.
Yeah, I probably spend, like, if I look at it in a week, in week increments, because I try to put out 2 videos a week. I try. And then I will also pull one short usually out of those one of those 2 videos. I try to pull some kind of content that's going to be a short out of that. And so my editing, um, I probably spend about 8 to 10 hours a week just
Whew.
on my YouTube
Yeah.
channel, just in general. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yep.
just trying to get it all together, whether it's pulling it all together. And I'm kind of like, in the sense that I may try to, like, right now, I'm making a prototype of something before I because it's that cinch binding machine. And by the way, y'all, I'm still loving that thing. I'm telling you, but it's ooh, it's there's a learning curve to it. There really is.
Oh,
Um,
that's interesting.
yeah, there's a learning curve to it. So I'm trying to make a prototype of something before I do the actual video.
Yeah. I've been doing that and I somewhere around here I made some tags that I've been playing with.
Marcy, I'm not a professional, nothing.
We are not
I I
professionals.
I just
Absolutely not.
I just fell into something where people are just so accepting. That's what I say. Y'all are just so accepting and so
Y'all are just so
wonderful.
nice.
I know it's true.
Where did my tags go? Oh my gosh, I made this whole set of tags. Oh,
Mhm.
you know what? I set it way over there. So, yeah, like here, let me show you. Actually, yes. I'm going to do this. So, well, first off, I need to show you all this little doll I just made with the big old head.
That's so cute. That is so cute.
I know I need to cut right there. And what I'll do when I do that, when I cut this part out, is I'm just going to cut right through her legs
Uh-huh.
right there. So this is what I've been working on is I made these tags.
Oh, I saw these on Instagram.
Yeah, I put them on Instagram because I want to do a video. This is a sneak peek just for the people who decide to show up and spend their Saturday with us. I got these things in the mail, these Lindy's magical shakers. And so this is like watercolor pigment that's just powder. So it's pigment powder, but it's water activated.
Okay.
And I've seen so many people, Suzanne Rose at Suzanne Rose Art, she uses Brusho. That's another one it's the same thing. And
Mhm.
so I've been playing with them. And let me tell you how many tags I have that have those things on it that I've been trying to make like repeat so that I can show it on a video because I have gotten complete mud.
Oh,
Like
have
even
you?
even when I mix colors to like two greens together, I will get mud because they
Hmm.
are they are made up of all the different pigments needed to make that color. And so
Uh-huh.
sometimes there are, there's like red or yellow in there, and then it'll mix with a blue, and it's just sometimes it just
Oh,
makes mud.
wow.
So
Okay.
I've been trying to figure out how to do it, but I made these. So I want to do a video making bigger tags. And
Mhm.
so I've been practicing on these little ones, but I was very proud of my grunginess because I don't normally get good grunginess. So,
Well, no, I thought they were pretty cool.
well, thanks. I think they're pretty cool too. So hopefully we will have a video about this soon. I promise. I'm working on it. I don't want to show people, the Lindy's stuff and be like, it just turns into a disaster because
Well,
that's not.
Marcy's saying that she finds Lindy's is challenging to use. So
Oh,
maybe it's the product. Maybe it's that product line.
well, Marcy is a very talented watercolor artist,
Oh,
let me tell
okay.
you.
Okay.
She's going to deny it in about 30 seconds when this lag catches up to me talking. But if she finds Lindy's challenging to use, then I don't feel so bad about it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's good. That's good.
I'll give you guys a sneak peek at my prototype that I'm talking about for the cinch machine if y'all will allow me.
Look at that.
So, all of the board books that y'all are passing by, if you get a cinch machine, the covers are perfect to make a notebook.
Oh my gosh, that's brilliant.
They are perfect to make a notebook. Now, again, the possibilities are endless, folks. But I hope Angela's still with us because I know this is one of her favorite books. But you see, like what I just did here, it gets if these coils are not closed almost perfectly, your turning of the book is not going to like it. So that's where there's
Oh.
that learning curve.
Yeah, you're right. You would have to align those, wouldn't you?
Mhm. So you have to I'm just telling you guys, there is I don't because I don't want to sell anybody something when they're going to run out and get it and not, it there's and this is a 1-inch coil, so maybe I should have went with a 5/8 inch. I don't know and there's no tutorial that's going to teach you that because I will tell you, even going out to even using Chat GPT, trying to find a legend or some type of guide that's going to say a 1-inch wire coil can accommodate 60 pages. There's no such animal out there.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's really it's now let me correct myself. I'm sorry. There are some out there, but they're so unrealistic. Like just looking at it, I'm like, there's no way that's true. And I know that's not. Like they'll say a 1-inch coil can accommodate 250 pages. There's no way. Because I did
Yeah.
come across that. And I'm like, there's no possible way. That's not even true. So, but the concept, when you look at books like this and when you look at the concept, it is enough to keep me coming back and learning. Like I will learn this. I don't know if I'll say I'll master it, but it keeps my interest enough that I want to know how to do this right.
Yeah. Well, that's how I am with horses.
See? See? That's what I'm saying. There's
They're
because
just
there's
as
nobody that's
finicky.
well, there's thank you, Carla. Thank you, Angela. Angela, and I kept thinking about you, Angela, because I know you love this I am Bunny book. And Carla, I think Carla's made some things out of that particular Richard Scary. But yeah, I'm having a blast with this now. I'm cussing a lot. Oh Lord, do I cuss a lot because I've had to take them apart. Thank you, Janet. I've had to take quite a few apart because of that, because the coil situation is such that if you don't align them correctly and you don't close them to the perfect nth, then you're like, "Ugh, it's gonna fall apart."
Oh, man.
Yeah, yeah,
Huh.
yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm glad I didn't just run out and buy one.
Don't
I
run
need
out.
to let
Yeah,
you know.
don't.
I'm
That's
I'm gonna
why.
let you. I'm just
Yeah,
gonna let you try it.
yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Well, let's look at your lady.
Okay.
I was looking through my glue book to see where I could put my ladies, but then I found a page that I've laid out but I haven't glued. So
Well,
maybe
I
that's a
haven't
sneak
glued
peek
mine
for folks.
either. I didn't glue mine because I wanted somebody to look at it and tell me
Yeah.
what
Let's look at it.
what is next. What should we do
So I
next?
would trim her. I would. So can you move her over just a little because I can't see all
I
of her.
can't.
She's
I
just
can't.
out of view. I would trim her legs up. So you may have to give
Okay.
her a super skinny waist to get her under but not too much. I wouldn't start at the bottom. I would leave. Yeah, I would trim up like just above your thumb, maybe.
Like cut it this way?
No, no, trim it so it's narrower
Oh,
from
here,
where your
like the
no from where your thumb is up. Like make her hips really, really, really narrow.
oh, on this side or
Yeah.
inside?
No, on the outside.
I gotcha. Okay.
This would be
Gotcha.
way better if
Because
I were
these
there and
are
I could
like
point to things.
gauchos, right? These pants are like,
Yeah.
so we can,
But just trim a little and then try it, and then trim a little and then try it to
I got,
get where you feel like that's where they need to be.
I see. See this one. Let me try it here. Oh,
All right,
I
and
see.
let
Okay.
put that back now. Put that under and let's see what it looks like.
Okay. Let me trim around her little foot here. I would love to have some different feet too. Maybe I'll do flowers for feet.
And then I would put that cast. You're going to want to put that cast kind of down just a little. Bring it down just a hair. Yeah. Try to kind of line it up with her other shoulder.
It's so, see, I've got the elbow because I cut it. So I've got the elbow way up here.
Well, you can trim it so the elbow's not way up there. You can cut that piece of paper so that it is the way you need it to be. It's like Tara Jacobson says, I suck at drawing, but I can draw with scissors. And I'm
Oh,
like,
that's
"Oh,
fun.
I see what you're saying." So she'll cut
Oh,
things rather
wow.
than draw things. I can't quite draw with scissors. I tried that once and it went horribly awry. Uh,
Okay.
but I can do small things like that. Marcy says the product that you were talking about would give her road rage. I agree. I believe if I had a cinch machine, I would also be enraged, which is why Marcy and I are friends.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm just telling you the reward. It's kind of like I feel I felt the same way in the beginning of learning how to sew in signatures because
Oh,
that was
yeah.
maddening to me.
That's
Now,
my
not
I
that
hate that
because
part.
I'm still not great at it, but of course it's like muscle memory, kind of right. Sewing in signatures. Now it can go wrong, but it every time I do it, I feel like okay, 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 okay. But it is not my no. I do not like that part of journal making. Um, but that's kind of how I feel about this whole cinch machine thing now. I'm like, okay, but the end product is enough to keep me coming back. It's like, oh my God, this could be like fabulous. Because the other journals I make um were actually done out of index cards. And you want to talk about an easy, quick,
Yeah. I saw that
instant
video.
gratification. Yeah,
Yeah. I
that
was
one
like, I
was
could make those.
yeah, that was so fabulous, y'all. That I was like, oh my God, I felt like oh my like I was like, oh, I made journals. I made notebooks. Wow, look at that. Okay, so this arm is I feel like this arm is just gonna not be the arm. Kinda.
Well, I think if you take it, so right now you kind of have it like this, turn it a little, turn it this way and slide it down a little diagonal. So turn the hand part towards her legs.
Okay.
Yeah. And then slide it. Well, actually, it's down. That's where it needs to be. You
Here?
want it to look like she's putting her hand like on the top of her
Because
leg.
if I do shoulder to shoulder, it would be up here.
Yeah, but you don't have to do, I mean, you don't have to, it doesn't have to be anatomically
Okay.
perfect.
Gotcha.
But I would definitely put it closer to her body. I mean, that's just what I would do. If you're like, no, I hate that, it doesn't look good, then don't do that. But that's what I would do. Oh, I like the little flower on her
I
shoe.
know. I love the little flowers just
Oh,
in
make it an
general.
eye. Look
Because
at you.
I have a couple. I know. Let me see some. Let me see something. Yeah.
I figure since it's Saturday, I'm going to show the glue book a little, and I am going to show, I keep meaning to stick
Oh
that
no,
butterfly on there.
please.
Well, I was going to show, I got some new backgrounds, and I'm very excited.
Oh, you did. Okay.
Yeah, I got a new architectural digest. And so ooh, hang on, maybe we should put her in the bedroom. She is wearing pajamas. I keep just testing her out. She actually looks really good. Like she's the perfect size for this glue book. I'm very excited about this. I may actually this evening make a bunch of small dolls.
Oh, cool.
That might actually be what I do while I watch other people's YouTube channels. Shouldn't look right in there. Oh, I must have skipped. Oh yeah, did y'all see my happy mail with Sarah's mom's old rooms? She doesn't really work in there.
No, no. Did I see that? I
Yeah,
heard
I
you.
think
I
when
heard
did
you
I
talk about getting a lot of stuff from one of your friends that was downsizing, maybe.
well, her mother was a collector
Okay.
and had just collected like all this stuff and she found these kind of like scrapbooks of well here I've got them right here. Let me show you. Her mother had saved these magazine pages of all of these like rooms. They're like interior design magazines and stuff.
Okay.
And see, her mother pasted them, glued them on this paper. And she asked me if, she's like, would you use them? Can I send them to you? And I was like, absolutely. And so,
Wow.
yeah, I mean, like, look at this. This is so good. Look, let's put where did my lady go?
Look at those rooms.
See, we could put like a modern lady in here. She doesn't really work, but where'd my other lady go? Let's see if my fairy lady would work. But that's what I was thinking. I was like, I could put some modern things
That
in
would be,
here.
see, that's like what Angela does, chroma collage. That's what she calls it.
Yeah. So that's my thought. But I have all these, like, I mean, they're just perfect. The only problem is some of them are glued two-sided to
Oh.
the paper. So I've got to figure that out. Somebody on my channel said steam might work. Isn't this great? Look at it. Look at that couch, Carrie.
Oh my gosh. Literally, who shot the couch? Literally. That is fun.
Oh, that is. Oh my gosh. And I mean, look at it. It is the exact same
Oh my God, the curtains and
curtains,
everything.
all of it.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's so fun. But
Get
yeah,
that
aren't these great? Look at
wallpaper.
this. Look at this floor.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. Like, why don't we do that anymore? Like, now we just have like gray and gray. Like, look, this is like a spaceship. I want a spaceship kitchen. That's what I
Hmm.
want. I want a spaceship kitchen. I need, who do I call to get a spaceship kitchen?
How do I get that in my life?
So yeah, so I've got those. So I can't wait to. I've got to figure out like where to put those and how to get them where I want them to go. And but I did find this picture of this couple, and I was like, wouldn't it be hilarious if I put like some monsters in the background, like do something
What?
wild around. Like they're just like, aren't we having a lovely time in
Oh, that would
Savannah?
be fun.
And then I could have like, I don't know,
That would be fun.
wild stuff happening. That's my thought for that page. Let's
Yeah, that
see.
would be hilarious.
Oh, and I have this page. I cut this lady out of a cut and collage book.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't she great?
Yes.
Oh, I love her. She's gonna go there, but I don't know what else she's gonna get. Oh, wait, maybe this is where this lady needs to live in her pool.
Oh, look at that.
Look, we could even like put her. I'd have to cut her little feet off, but I could put it so that it looks like she's standing on this little balcony here.
I like that. I think that's fun.
Yeah, I could do that. Yeah. I think that's all. Yeah, that's all I found so far. I was very excited that I found some new backgrounds for my glue book rooms. My little rooms.
Okay, there she's got sunglasses now.
Okay, let's see. Oh my god.
Isn't that fun?
Look, that's so good.
But let me tell you something. Speaking of like fashion magazines, I want to go back to that because I need to share this with the group. When we're off the live, don't do it now because I want y'all to stay with me. I need everybody to go. If you haven't heard of this child, his name is Max Alexander. Okay.
Mhm.
He is currently 8 years old. At 4 years old, he told his mother that he wanted to be a fashion designer. And she said to him, she started questioning him, why would you want to do that? And he said, because I want to make women feel beautiful.
Oh.
And she said, well, how would you even do that? Well, how? And he said, well, if I had a mannequin, I could. She made this child a child-sized mannequin out of cardboard.
Oh my
Darcy, you've
gosh.
seen him? You've seen him? Okay, so you know what I'm talking about, Darcy. And Marcy, you guys have got to go watch him. He's got an Instagram. I mean, his mom does it, and a YouTube. Now, he had to have been exposed to fabric and sewing and whatever. But anyway, this was at 4. So at 4 years old, he started making women's clothing. He's 8. Remember,
Wow.
he's 8 now. Last year, at 7 years old, he had a pop up couture show at New York's Fashion Week.
Oh my gosh. I
It
have to.
is one of the most amazing things that I've seen this year. I'm telling you right now, it's worth a look. Y'all go YouTube him or whatever, Instagram, whatever social media platform you use. It is such an interesting story because when I tell you this kid, he is still an 8-year-old little boy with the attention span of a gnat, but had you will see him sewing fabric. And I'm not talking about just this cotton fabric like I sew a fabric cluster. No, I'm talking about he's sewing satin and tulle and he is draping fabric. He's creating his design on a real mannequin, pinning it. He walks up to the counter at one point at I think it was a Joann's actually, and he says, "I want 2.25 yards of this fabric. I want 2 yards of this fabric. I want 3.25 of this fabric." And I'm
Oh my
going,
gosh.
"How do you even know fractions? What are you talking about?"
How do you even know fractions? That's a great question, actually. I don't think
I
I knew
mean,
fractions at
I am
that age.
serious, y'all. This kid, and then if you think about it, and I'm not going to go into this whole hoo hoo woo woo thing, but there are just certain things I truly believe that we are destined to do. And if you tell me that this kid wasn't destined to do this, I'll call you a liar. Because just think of his name, Max Alexander. That is his real name. That is a fashion designer's name. I don't care
You're
who you are.
right. No, you're right, it is. I've never heard okay, I don't understand why my Vogue or Harper's Bazaar or whatever isn't showcasing this child.
I'm
Like,
telling you,
come
go
on.
look him up. You will it will be if you don't know who he is, take a minute. I think you will really be entertained because again, he's an 8-year-old boy. Like he has a closet in this and I'm going to call it his sewing room, but like I said, he had to be exposed to
Yeah,
sewing at from someone, whether his mom or grandmother, somebody, right?
yeah,
But
yeah.
he has this whole room. I think it's upstairs in their house or whatever. And it's got the mannequins and it's got the bolts of fabric and the trims and all this.
Oh
He
my
has a
gosh.
closet in there. It's his secret closet and nobody is allowed in that closet because it's got all his favorite things in it. Now, if that's not an 8-year-old kid, I don't know what is. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's my secret closet. You cannot come in here, he says.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
It is the cutest thing, but it's cute, but it's amazing all at the same time. Because you'll
He's
see him
creative for
on this professional sewing machine, and you're
oh my
like,
gosh.
"What are you
That's
doing?"
hilarious.
Yeah.
Marcy says he's created for Sharon Stone and other
Yes,
celebs.
he has. He
Oh my
designed a
gosh.
jacket for Sharon Stone. Well, the video I saw anyway, he designed and sewed a jacket for her, and a jacket out of this like almost like a mink type fabric. Like, and you see him sewing it. And that's what I'm saying. These fabrics are not like, you're not just gonna, like, I'm not gonna sit down and sew a straight line on a fabric like that. There's no
Oh
way.
no. I quilt, but the reason I don't have a quilting channel is because there ain't nothing straight on my quilt. Like every once in a while I get the point right and I'm like, "Woo! I did it. I got a point right. I did it." They lined up for a minute and then that's it. There's like one half square triangle or whatever that looks right. The rest of it's right.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yep.
know. So I wanted to share that with the group today because, like, I just ran across him Monday this week, and I've told everybody that would listen to me this week about him. I was like, y'all have got to go see this kid. You got to go see
Oh
this.
my god, that's too funny. Well, I'm gonna look him up
Yeah,
this live.
it's really worth
Speaking
it.
of, we've got like 8 minutes. Oh, Marsha's here. Hey, Marsha. All
Hey,
right,
Marcia.
we've got 8 minutes. Let's get your doll done, and
Okay,
then
let's do it.
everybody's got to like I don't know, go grocery shopping or something.
I
What do
know,
y'all do
right?
on
I
Saturday?
got, I'm still, look, chores. I'm still doing
Oh
laundry.
my gosh,
Never ending.
my husband keeps telling me he's like, you should hire someone to clean, and I tell him if he wants to hire someone to do his side of the chores, he can. But I gotta do my side of the chores. I had a whole conversation with some friends of mine about this, and I was like, I can't hire someone to clean my house simply because I want to clean my house.
Uh-huh.
I want it to be done a certain way.
Right.
I don't know. I think that's
Right.
my mother used to make us clean before the cleaning lady would
Oh
come.
my.
I know that's a joke, and when my sister found a comedian one time who said that, she like calls me up and she's like, "You have to okay, I need you to like watch this thing." She's like, "There's a joke, and the joke is that, this person's mother was so neurotic that they would clean before the housekeeper came."
Oh my
And
goodness.
we were like, "Oh my gosh, this is a thing." Because we would literally it was like the housekeeper was coming at 2,
Uh-huh.
so 10 a.m., we had to go clean the whole house.
Oh my gosh.
My mother would literally say, "She can't see how nasty we are." And I'm like, "But you're paying her to clean the house."
Uh-huh. Yeah. Oh, you know what I
Look,
did? I
Angela
made
does the same thing. She says, "I clean before the cleaning lady." See? And that's probably what I mean, I don't know. I'm really picky about cleaning. I just would
uh-huh.
probably I don't know. Karen wants me to share my quilting.
I think you should. I made a boo-boo, but I'm just gonna have to live with it now because the glue is
What's your
already
boo-boo?
dried. I laid my lady down before I put the body down.
Oh,
like
you
she was
can't.
supposed to
Can
be.
you lift it? Do you have like a little palette knife?
It's
It's
so
down.
fragile that
Oh, yeah,
it's
that's right.
just,
That's
you know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
it's just too fragile. And you know what else I did? Oh my gosh, y'all, look what I did. I just screwed the whole thing up
What'd
because
you
I
do?
laid the body down. I did it all backwards, all of it. Don't do what I do, people.
I've done the same thing. You do
But
have
you,
to.
yeah,
It's a
you
lot
have
like gel plate printing. You got to like realize that you're doing it in
right. See what I'm
backwards
saying? So
layers.
I did all backwards, but it was
Well, now
fun.
you can cut off her legs. You don't have to put the legs under her.
True,
You can cut off the
smart.
legs. You can, well, you can't now because you glued down your tea thing, but you could have cut the tea thing to match her necklace, sort of.
Sure.
So some people don't layer them. Like Diane Reevely won't really. She doesn't really layer them. She cuts them so that they fit together in a flat plane. I layer mine so that I have a doll that I can like move around. So I before I glue it on a page, I always glue it as a doll.
Oh,
That's
I got you.
yeah.
I
Belinda cleans before her cleaning lady. Look at all these people that clean before the cleaning lady gets here.
Yeah.
Okay,
My
Darcy.
cleaning lady is getting lazy in her old age. I don't know what I'm going to do with her. She's just gets ornery, she gets testy, she procrastinates. Yeah. Like I tell her all the time, listen, we have to have the laundry done by Thursday nights. If you don't get it done by Thursday nights, you're going to get into the weekend. You're not going to want to do it on the weekend. And look at her. This is the weekend. She's still doing laundry. I know. She's testy like that. Now, did you glue yours down? Oh, you did?
I no, I haven't glued anybody down. I put one lady somewhere. This is all floating. So this is what I do. Y'all are getting like a behind the scenes. I will lay things out like this and then I just
Hmm.
take the previous page and do that. That's how I can come in when I'm doing a Glue Book Saturday video and just flip it open and be like, ta-da. I spend
Well,
time because it takes me like, oh my gosh, I'll spend an hour and a half just finding elements that I want to put on the page.
you will.
Which,
It'll take you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
like that whenever I do a junk journal. I can listen literally. And y'all comment if you make junk journals. I can literally spend 3 to 4 hours just finding pages because I get distracted because like, I'm looking, I'm like, "Oh, look how cute this is. Oh, look how cute this is. Oh, what was I looking for? Oh, I remember I needed to go find this page because 'cause I'll remember a certain page out of the book, and I'm like, "Oh, let me go find this page," but then I'll start looking at other books and other illustrations. I'm like, "Oh,
Yep.
look how cute this is." Yeah, I do that
Every time
all
I
the
have
time.
started a junk journal, it has never gotten completed because then I see something else and I'm like a crow. I'm like, oh, well, hang on. Let me go look at this little squirrel over here. And let me
Uh-huh.
go, oh, and this is shiny. I like this too. So let me go over
Yep.
here and do this. Oh, you know what? I've always wanted to make tags out of this. So I'm going to go make some tags. And then the junk
I
journal never happens.
Yeah, I can spend just on selecting pages, I can spend at least 4 hours. Oh, I've done it. I've spent a whole Saturday one time just looking at book pages because it just
Yeah.
makes me happy, you know?
Yes. Yes.
And
I,
I didn't want to do laundry. So I just did that. Yeah, pretty
uh,
much.
so I wanted to show, so this is an easy doll. I just put a big head on a small body, but you can see I glue them together so that I can move them around.
Oh, I got you.
So, but a lot of like Diane Reevely, she glues everything like on the page piece by piece. But I don't know. I'm not, you know what I love about Diane Reevely though? She's the queen of just like, whatever, just do it. She's like, look, I'm not my favorite thing is when she's doodling, she says, I never doodle for perfection. She said, it's not perfect because I'm not trying. And I'm
Hmm.
always like, ugh. And that's what I have to remind myself. Like, as I'm doodling, I'm like, oh, I got out of the line or whatever. And I'm like, no, it's okay. I'm not trying to be perfect.
Well, Angela just did a series, or not a series, but she did just do a video, couple of videos on doodling, and it was for mindfulness. And
Oh, yeah.
yeah, it's really kind of interesting how because I don't doodle, I don't draw, I don't draw it's just something that I just stay away from because I think I'm so bad at it. But after watching that and seeing, like what you do, it is it's tempting because it's got to be so freeing.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's almost, I know when I was a kid, I loved coloring books. I would wake up really early on Saturday mornings and I would get my coloring books, my crayons, and I would go watch cartoons really quietly while everybody else was asleep. I mean, I remember
Mhm.
doing this every Saturday, and
Really?
I would just sit there and color really quietly by myself before anybody else woke
Really?
up. Oh
Oh,
yeah.
that's awesome. Oh yeah,
And
no,
to
and
me it
speaking,
feels like coloring, it's
yeah,
like, like, oh, right now her pajamas are pink. Well, maybe, what I do is I make them, green.
yeah. And see,
And it doesn't
I
have to
never
be
even
perfect.
think of that. But I'll tell you, speaking of coloring books, I want to share this with the group too, because I know there's a lot of folks out there who love the um oh Jesus, see this brain of mine, I swear to God. Holden. What's the books that we all love, the botanical books. She did the Diary of an Edwardian Lady.
Edith Holden.
Edith, there is a coloring book, an Edith Holden coloring
Oh,
book.
I have seen that.
In
Yes.
case y'all didn't know that, I just ran across it the other day and I was like, "What?"
Oh my God, your doll is fabulous.
You like my doll? I think it's the flowers.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
Because
Belinda
look,
just
she's drinking tea and her body's tea.
I know. I know.
That's fun.
That's why I said, "Oh, you
I
should
know, I
use
would have
her
never
on that."
thought of
Yeah.
that. That was that was Laura's idea to pull the tea as the body. I would never think of that. But isn't that
Oh, that's
fun?
so good. That's so good. I love it. I love it. I absolutely love it. Oh, that was so good. Belinda says she wants me to do something fun with the top of her hat. I had the same thought, Belinda. I was like, "Oh, I need to cut that off and then I'm gonna
What
put
can
some
we do?
flowers up there. I'm
Oh,
gonna put
you
flowers."
could like do a bouquet, huh?
Yeah,
That would
like
be
I've got,
fun.
well, here. I'm not gonna use this, but I could trim this out
Right.
and I could do like that. Yeah. Yep.
That is
Or
fun.
I've got this picture of flowers, so I could just trim
Oh
some
my
of those out.
gosh, look at that.
I could do that.
That's
Well,
fabulous.
yeah. So that's what I'll do. This is going to be a whole collage. I'll do this on a Glue Book Saturday video, y'all, so that you can
Yes,
watch
do
me
that.
struggle through. The
No,
struggle is
I'd love to
real.
see it. I love your Glue Book Saturdays. I'm telling you, I love the jingle. It's like as soon as I hear it, it's like, okay. So I listen to my Zydeco first because y'all know I do Zydeco Saturdays over here first, and then I turn on my YouTube, and that's one of the things that I listen for is Glue Book Saturday, and I'm like, oh yeah, this makes me happier. I love it.
I love that. I came up with that song when I was out. I'm not kidding. I come up with some of my best ideas when I'm out cleaning the pasture. And I don't know why, but I was just out there cleaning the pasture one evening or one afternoon and I was like, "Glue Book Saturday." And I was like, "What's the next part?" And I was like, "It's time to glue your cares away." And then I sung it for like the next hour. It was very annoying.
See, you're
Very
another
annoying.
Max Alexander. That's all there is to it. It was meant to be.
My husband is great at jingles, and he is the king of he'll say a jingle, and it's so catchy that it turns into an earworm,
What?
and so we have a very strict rule. There is no singing around me
Oh
because
wow.
he's so good at those jingles that they get stuck in my head, and then I'm singing some ridiculous song about the dogs and, butts or poop or something hilarious, but also, it's like one line and I sing it for, sometimes days.
Oh my goodness. Look, hubby's laughing out
He's
loud.
laughing. Well, that's good because sometimes he's like, "Why can't I sing?" And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, you don't understand. Like, I love your songs, but sometimes my brain loves them too much."
I love it.
Oh,
Are
well,
we wrapping up? I
I think we
know.
are. I think so. We've got you have your oh my god, I love that lady so much, Carrie. I am like,
Thank you. And you know what I did? I put this in my monthly vision board book. I wanted to do that because I plan on keeping this forever, and I'm going to write a little journal entry about today and everything. So this has been so much fun, Laura. I'm so glad that we did this.
oh my gosh. It has been a ton of fun. And you're such a good sport to be like, okay. And then I'm like trying to teach you
No, you
online.
did good.
I
No. It was perfect.
well, I hope that folks get some ideas on like how my brain works in the process, because sometimes I don't know what I know and it's hard to figure it out. But it's hard to tell people what I don't. I'm like, oh yeah, I need this thing, but I don't say, oh, I need this thing. I just know that I
Right.
need it. So it's
Yeah.
very helpful to have another person who's like, but hang on, what about this?
Right.
So
Right.
that's a ton of fun. So thank you for that. Don't forget to give us a like, y'all, please. They're free.
Oh,
Also,
Nancy, you just got. I'm so sorry. We'll try to catch you on the flip side, Nancy.
we will. And you can watch the
Catch.
replay.
Yeah, watch the replay, Nancy.
Yes. I'm so glad that y'all joined us. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. And if you're not subscribed to Carrie, you should definitely subscribe to Carrie because she's
Thank y'all.
awesome.
Thank you so much,
Uh,
very much.
and this was so much fun. And thanks to my dear husband, Randy, who has sat here this whole time and has been moderating with Darcy, wonderful, wonderful Darcy, who I need to tell you, I asked her last night at like 8 p.m. my time or something. I don't know. It was pretty late. I was like, hey, would you
Darcy, what
mind
a
being
great
a moderator? She was
sport.
like, of course I'll be a moderator. So Darcy, I will moderate for you anytime you need. Well, unless I'm at work, then I probably can't. But I will definitely moderate for you, Darcy, in the future. So, all right, this has been amazing. Y'all are wonderful, wonderful folks. This is such a great community. Carrie and I were talking for 20 minutes before
Yeah,
we went live about
yeah,
how wonderful this community is and
it
how
is. It's
this
true.
community has helped both of us to feel more
Hmm.
comfortable being artistic, because neither one of us grew up living our lives thinking we were artistic at all.
That's
So
that's right.
I appreciate everyone. Thank you so much.
Yes,
Have a
thank you
wonderful
all for.
weekend.
Yes, please. And a great rest of your summer. If I don't get to chat live with you guys, hopefully we will. But you guys take care of yourselves, and we will be in video soon, right?
Yeah, I mean, I got to do some videos. So
I gotta
hopefully
do some.
I'll do like an actual art video again. But
Okay.
I'll also have some Glue Book Saturday videos coming up. And I know you've got like your summer journal series, which is amazing. Y'all should go watch that.
Yeah.
And thank you to everyone that showed up today and spent your Saturday morning with us. And
Yeah.
have a wonderful day.
Thank you guys so much.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, I can't turn it off. This is
Oh
great.
no, you're gonna stay with us now for the rest of Saturday.
You're live forever.
We're gonna be here 24/7.
I can't. I
Oh
can't make
no.
okay. Well, it's fine. I mean, y'all are great, and the world
Listen,
is
come hang out. We'll have dinner. What's
I
for
mean,
dinner?
I don't know why I can't leave. We're just gonna be live forever. It's fine. It's okay. I can't. I can't
We're
leave.
gonna
What?
have salad with some boiled shrimp on it. Doesn't that sound delish? That's what we're
I
having.
hate shrimp.
You
I know.
do?
I
That's my
know.
favorite. That's my favorite.
I'm not
Shrimp,
a shrimp person.
shrimp
I
and steak are my favorite. Now, can I afford that? No. They just happen to be my favorite thing.
I yeah. Oh, no, not that one. I don't I'm actually vegetarian, but
Are you really?
yeah.
How long have
Yeah.
you been vegetarian, Laura?
You and I are just going to have a phone conversation. Oh, I see. There's a pop-up telling me that my stream is going to end, but I can't see the pop-up.
Cheryl said, "This is hilarious." Well, that's what we're here for. We're your comedy relief, Cheryl.
We are. We are. Y'all can she raises shrimp. That's right.
Oh,
Darcy
that's
knows
right.
about.
You have the story. Did you have the story about the
Yeah.
shrimp
The
in
missing
the
shrimp
fish tank?
that I thought had went on a walkabout, and I like
Yes.
every
I
time I went in my office, y'all, I was like stepping carefully trying to find a little
That's
tiny clear
right.
shrimpette body. And I've now seen 3 shrimp molts. So I think all 3 are still in the water, but
Oh
I
my
haven't seen them.
gosh.
So,
Oh my gosh.
Cheryl says, Randy, you better help Laura. Well, Cheryl, the problem is I'm the software engineer. But he is probably better at apps than I am. I've got a pop up. I just can't see it. Let me see somewhere else. It's hiding somewhere. Weird that I can't.
We could, I could
Wait a second
spill the
now.
goods on live video, but then that would mean that I was an interesting person. I am the most boring person, so there's no goods to spill.
Yeah,
This
I
is
don't.
this is what I do right here. This and laundry. That's it. Oh, and I go to work because I have to have clothes to do laundry for. So I mean that's
Yeah,
it. That's what I do.
yeah. I People ask me all the time. They're like, well, what are your hobbies? I'm like, well, I go to work so that I can afford horses, and then
Right.
I do art.
Right.
So I
Yeah,
I do
like
art and I ride horses.
I work, Monday morning, everybody's like, "So what'd you do this weekend?" They stop asking me because they know my answer is gonna nothing. I did laundry, literally. I did laundry. I mean, I might have gone to get a lottery ticket. It just depends on how bad y'all pissed me off on Friday. I might have done that over the weekend, but that's a
Okay, so
crapshoot too.
your lottery ticket buying habits also coincide with, do I need to retire. I need to retire early.
Yes. Whenever I go into the store because I go to the same store to get the lottery tickets, I walk in, I tell the girl, listen, I'm here to deposit into my early retirement account because that's all it is to me. Yeah.
Oh, it's too good. All
Hmm.
right, I'm gonna just try to kill the app. Not that I mean, I would keep talking to you, but I do need to go do
I
stuff.
know. I know. You guys
And
have a great weekend.
I'm gonna kill the app and see if it works. And if it doesn't, there will be more hilarity. So, y'all have a good weekend again. I still hope that you have a good weekend. Go buy you some lottery tickets.
I will.
I'm gonna kill the app and see if it works. Here we
All
go.
right. Here we
Bye,
go. Bye,
y'all.
guys.